morning, everyone. I'm Karen Dunphy, a licensed practitioner here at Centers for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas. And we're here to do a little meditation this morning prior to service. So the topic is the power of surrender. And it wasn't long after I accepted doing this meditation that I thought of the songs by John Denver and Sarah McLachlan of Sweet Surrender. So, it just jogs the memory there, And in golf, when we want a do-over after a horrible shot, it's called a mulligan. Everyone deserves a mulligan in life. So in the meditation this morning, notice how surrender precedes a do-over. So a brief story before we begin. As I was reading a card from my card deck, postcards from Spirit yesterday, which I love this. If you ever want to take a look at that, let me know. The advice was clear. Take a relaxing bath, book a massage, read a novel, buy yourself flowers or plant some. Well, the one that triggered me the most was book a massage. As I have been procrastinating on that for a long time. I just seem to keep pushing that off. But to make time for self-care, not more work on yourself. So by tending to yourself now, you are reminded to do it more often. So, the new client that comes to me yesterday just so happened to be a massage therapist. No coincidence. Book a massage, self-care, self-love. My new client is a massage therapist. I didn't have to shop. She showed up, right? She came to me. I did not have to go pursue it. And such is the way that the universe works. And keeping that in mind and keeping our mind in mind, let's prepare for meditation. So I invite you to go inside right now into that innermost place, your inner sanctuary, where all is well, all is quiet, all is peaceful. There are no afflictions in this place, mental, physical, or emotional. All is well. And we're going to turn our attention to the power of surrender in our meditation. And I will speak. I will give an affirmation or two, and we'll have a 2 or 3 minute period of quiet meditation. This style of meditation is known as Vipassana, not Vipassana. There's a subtle difference because it has to do with not just ending suffering for yourself, but for others as well. So I begin with the quote from Joseph Campbell. A hero is someone that gives their life for something bigger than themselves. And this requires surrender of our small self, the ego, and step into ending suffering for others. This is the highest form of living. So as you keep your consciousness inside, in your heart, and in your mind, we're not running from the mind. We have traveled from the mind to the heart and back and forth. And just know that everything is impermanent. Surrender allows one to create new space to be free from suffering. I surrender myself to Spirit. I am grateful for happiness. Surrender is taking time off and doing nothing. Self-care, self-love. Surrender is an act that allows visioning. I take time off and take care of my deepest needs and wants. I love helping others to see a bigger picture. Surrender is surrounded by allies. Faith, oneness, courage. Surrender is resisted by ego, pessimism, unworthiness. I hand over my resistance to Spirit. I am the love that God is. Surrender is a tool, a sword for the peaceful warrior who fights for love. I release all fear. I am living love. Surrender is not giving up. It is making space, clearing the way for something new, something better, a bigger, better, bolder version of our true self, capital S, our true self. So today I affirm that as I go about, I will seek to end suffering for myself and others, and I will practice the art of surrender. Practice does not make perfect. Practice makes progress. So I affirm that every day I get better, just a little bit, in some way. I use the power inherent in surrender to create a brighter world for myself and others. With a heart full of gratitude and love, peace and surrender, I release and I surrender this meditation into the universe, into the infinite law of mind that is always giving and never says no. Together we can say, and so it is. Namaste. So this concludes the meditation. And you can relax and have a refreshment until we begin service at 10 o'clock. Thank you.
I choose love, love, love. Love, love, love. I choose it, love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release. feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with of the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Name your price, ticket to paradise. I can't take it anymore. I've looked high and low. I've been shore to shore to shore. If there's a shortcut, I'd have found it. But there's no easy way around it. Light up the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. When you feel afraid, love one another. When you've lost your way, love one another. When you're all alone, love one another. When you're far from home, love. We got to love. We got to love. Light up the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. Light up the world, shine on me. Love is the answer. Shine on us all, set us free. Love is the answer. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the sky will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how we toss the dice, it has to be. The only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how we toss the dice, it has to be. The only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together. So happy together. So happy together. So happy together. Something's calling me.
It was like something was calling me and pulling me into a different direction. And then I found Center for Spiritual Living Greater Las Vegas. My relationship with the center has shown me a deeper realization of God and how this indwelling presence guides, sustains, and directs me in every capacity and every experience in my life. As I continue to study the teachings of these great mystics and sages, I will find more love, peace, and a general sense of universal good and harmony in my life.
Something's calling me a little bit deeper than I've ever been before.
Is something calling you?
Well, we can be sure that the history of the labyrinth goes back some 4,000 years or more. The earliest examples we have at the moment are prehistoric rock carvings, both in Europe and also in India. There, labyrinths found their way into the world of the Greeks and into the Romans. You find them as mosaics, particularly in Roman villas and public buildings. They found their way then into the early Christian church through manuscripts, into the floors of churches and cathedrals, and certainly by the medieval period they'd spread as far as Arctic Europe, down into North Africa, as far away as places like Java and Sumatra, and also here in America amongst the Native American people, particularly down in the southwest.
Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real with Reverend Laura. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real, keeping it real. Keeping it real with Reverend Laura.
This is Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Las Vegas. At CSL Greater Las Vegas, it is our mission to inspire spiritual discovery through community connection, exploration, and celebration. This mission supports the all-inclusive vision of Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide, in which we envision a world that works for everyone and all of creation.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Laura, and it is my pleasure to be here on this beautiful day. I want to say a great thank you to everybody who bothered to show up here today, because it is so gorgeous out there. So thank you all for being here. And I want to say hi to everyone who's joining us online. If you would, turn around and wave at the people who are joining us online. We have a very robust online presence, and we are thrilled to have everyone join us in whatever way they can today. So we're going to kick it off with our opening song, which is written by our music director, Justin. And I don't remember
Home Where the
title.
Love Is.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah,
Home Where the Love Is. I have it on my slide
That's
even.
all good.
Home Where the Love Is. So if you would stand and
Yes,
join us in
please.
singing this. The
Join
words will
us.
be on the screen.
I am home where the love is. I am one with Spirit. Thankful for my blessings every moment, every day. I am home where the love is. Surrounded in God's presence. Resting in my love and truth. I let Spirit lead the way. It's lovely to meet you and to get to know your face. We're surrounded in love, flowing through this sacred space. We listen now as Spirit gently leads the way, as we open to the mystery. With love we will say, I am home where the love is. I am one with Spirit. Thankful for my let Spirit lead the way. Resting in my love and truth, I let Spirit lead the way. All right, good morning, everybody. At this time, please greet your neighbor if you're comfortable.
All right, we're going to shift our focus a little bit here and go into a more contemplative time as I invite up our practitioner of the day, Karen Dunphy, to give us our affirmation and invocation, accompanied by Justin. Some beautiful music.
Thanks, Rev. So this morning's affirmation, I will read it once, and then I'll read it again, and we'll say it together. So I practice priorities, prayer, peace, patience, and positivity. Together we say, I practice priorities, prayer, peace, patience, and positivity. Well done.
It's a mouthful of peace.
The one is ever seeking to manifest itself through you. Glorious power forever breathing through you and me. All right, please join me now. The one is ever seeking to manifest itself through you. Glorious power forever breathing through you and me.
So as we remain in consciousness on this most amazing day, it is so beautiful outside, and it's just as beautiful inside. It is so fabulous to be here, and I am reminded of why we're here. This is a celebration of the presence of Spirit. As I speak my word this morning, I invite each and every one of us to bring in and soak in and drink in and get this spiritual massage, the presence and the consciousness of Spirit within. And I'm setting the tone and the path for Reverend Laura to speak her message today on the power of surrender. And I know that surrender is accompanied by acceptance. And together, acceptance and surrender can and does change people's lives for the better each and every day, by paying attention and just keeping that in mind. All you have to do is keep it in mind. And so I'm going to keep these 5 P's here. I practice priorities, prayer, peace, patience, and positivity as I prepare and clear the way for Reverend Laura to stand up and speak her message. And I simply release and let that go. Rev?
All right, please join me now. The one is ever seeking to manifest itself through you. Glorious power forever breathing through you and me. The
I love that song, written by Joe Blum, performed by Justin Vogel. What a wonderful tribute that is. The one is ever seeking to manifest itself through you. That's what we're talking about today, is letting that one manifest itself. The secret to that is one of those words that we don't often like to hear, the word surrender. The power of surrender is what we're talking about today. Our whole month this month is about trusting what is. And I don't think we can trust if we aren't willing to surrender. I think the actual act of trusting requires an element of surrender. Letting go of what we think it should be and believing and knowing that what is happening is perfect for us right here and right now. So the power of surrender. Surrender is one of those things that is spoken about in almost every single faith tradition. In the sacred text of every faith tradition, you can find something to do with surrender. You know, if we start with our Abrahamic religions, right in the very first few lines of it, not too far into the book, Abraham is asked to surrender his beloved son to spirit. A little later on, Noah is asked to give up every single thing and build an ark and gather a bunch of animals. And then when we get into the New Testament, Jesus of Nazareth is asked to surrender everything to the cross. If we look at some of the other faith traditions, in one of the oldest spiritual texts around, the Bhagavad Gita from Hinduism, Krishna asks Arjuna to give up everything. He says, "Surrender exclusively unto me your entire being." Surrender exclusively unto me your entire being. And the word Islam, the name of one of the largest religions in the world, actually means surrender. We are asked to surrender in lots of different ways, all the time. And we, as human beings with a very powerful and strong and forceful ego, don't really like to do that much. You know, the definition of surrender here, this is from Merriam-Webster, says to give oneself up into the power of another. How many of you want to do that? Yeah, not really. Not really. I've strived a long time in my life not to give myself up to the power of anyone else. But I have come to realize how powerful it is to surrender my own way of doing things, my own way of thinking, my own way of planning things out and expecting them to be a certain way, and then suffering all the consequences of it when it isn't that way. For me, it's been a lifelong journey. I have to say, a lifelong journey that didn't really start until about 15 years ago. So up until then, until about the first 45, 46 years of my life is like, I'm not surrendering anything. I'm controlling. I'm making it happen. I'm out there doing. If it is to be, it's up to me kind of attitude. Anybody else relate to that one? Yeah. When I first heard that phrase, I thought, this is it. If it is to be, it's up to me. All those little two-letter words strung together, oh my goodness, what a power there was in that. And then I began to realize how much better my life was when I let go of a lot of that stuff, when I let go of control of it. One of my favorite books is a book called Spiritual Liberation by Michael Beckwith. In there he says, surrender is not about acquiescing to God or a deity outside of ourselves. It's about yielding to the Spirit, becoming conscious of itself in, through, and as us. Yielding to the Spirit as it's becoming conscious of itself in us. What a difference that made in my life when I began to realize that there is this power that is moving through me in everything that I do, that is showing up as me whenever I show up anywhere. The freedom that came with that idea of I don't have to try to control it. I just have to be open and allowing it to move through me. What a difference that has made in my spiritual practices and the work I do in the world, in my ideas of friendships and relationships and family and home and finances, health, all of those things. When I put the process of surrender to them, I am amazed at the outcome for each one of those things. In the last, 8 years now, I've had a spiritual practice that has really taught me the power of surrender in a profound way. So in 2016, when I start a new year, I always look for a new way to up my practices. You know, I want to refresh my spiritual practices. I want to get more engaged in that. So I always look for something. And so I had taken a workshop on something called Zentangles. And Zentangles is a meditative drawing process. And I thought, hey, I think I could probably do that. Maybe that'll be the thing to up my practice. And so I started doing these little drawings. And the people that developed it, they had way too many rules for me. I'm just saying. They had like a whole plethora of rules. They've now changed that to say it's not rules, but suggestions. I can kind of get behind suggestions a lot more than I can rules, which is very surprising because I always considered myself a rule follower. But anyway, when it came to doing things like this, it was, I wanted to do it the way I wanted to do it. So my Zentangle practice quickly, like within 3 months, shifted into drawing mandalas. And some of you have seen some of the mandalas that I draw. I have 4 coloring books out now. I have workshops on it and all that stuff. And so that fed me for many years as a spiritual practice, daily drawing of a mandala. If you're not sure what a mandala is, it's generally a circular representation of a spiritual idea. Oftentimes you see them in Hinduism and Buddhism, very elaborate. The Buddhist monks will sit down and spend a week making mandalas out of sand, only to carry them outside and let the wind blow them away. I couldn't do that. I'm just saying. I like my work too much for that. But, so anyway, I was doing these mandalas, drawing them and everything, and it has really sustained me a lot. But a lot of that had to do with me relaxing into the moment and creating whatever came to me. I found in this practice that if I tried to control it, if I started the practice with a preconceived idea of what it was going to look like, my lines were crooked, they were shaky, it didn't have the form that I wanted, there wasn't the feel in it, and I wasn't satisfied with it when I was done. But if I sat down and emptied my mind and said, okay, Spirit, what do I need to know today? And then picked up my pen and let it come out on the paper, I was like tickled beyond belief with it. If you ever come to my house, you will see them all over the place. I love my mandalas. I love what I can do with them, and what the feeling that I get when I do this has just been amazing. And as I said, I have some coloring books. But when I first started to make that first coloring book, you know, if you ever write a book, you have to like have a bio. Tell a little bit about yourself as the author or the artist of it. And so I was writing my bio for my book. And I wrote down there that I'm an educator. I had no trouble claiming that. I'm an author. That was okay. I could do that. I'm a teacher. I'm a spiritual practitioner, all of this stuff. And then I realized, wait a second. I'm the artist of this. And the trauma that happened inside of me at the thought of claiming that I was an artist was unbelievable. It was like shocking to me how long it took me to actually write the word artist in my bio to put on the back of my coloring book. Because to me it was like this was coming through. It was not me, and to claim that I was an artist and being an artist was something that I never thought of myself. I always thought I was crafty, but not an artistic. And so to do that was a really unique experience for me to actually allow that to come through me. Because what it was coming through was spirit in this form of an artist. And I resisted that for so many years. In the last 6 months or so, my practice has morphed a little bit. And so I thought I would share with you 4 drawings that I did this week. These are actual ones that I did this week, just to show you how it's kind of changed and how I still have a little bit of a, whoops, sorry, hit that too fast. I still have a little bit of a trepidation about saying I'm an artist, but this is the one I did on Monday. And then this was Tuesday. This one came in on Friday. I saw a balcony here in town and had to draw it. This is the one I did yesterday morning as I was preparing for this talk. This is me stepping outside of my small, limited self and allowing that power within to move through. This is surrender. This, for me, is such a powerful representation of what can happen when we are in the flow. When we step out of our little ego, our little minds, our need to control things that are happening in our lives, and we let Spirit move through us. This is what happens. I have this one on my computer, and as I was finishing my prep work yesterday and earlier this morning, I'm just like, I look at it and I just smile. It makes me happy. It makes me happy to see this. I don't even feel like any pride or anything like that really. It just makes me happy. So for me, this idea of stepping outside of something that I thought I had to control. Before I decided to go into ministry, my idea of a career after my retirement from teaching was going to be a graphic artist. Because on a computer, I can make everything look exactly like I want it to. I didn't think I could when I started drawing. I didn't like my drawings because I couldn't make it look like I wanted it to. I could sit and I could nitpick this picture and find all of the little places where I didn't make the curve exactly like I wanted it to. But what would be the point in that when it makes me so freaking happy? I think we have an opportunity in every single thing that we do in life to find a way to let Spirit come through us. I know for Justin, it's coming through musically. I listened to him talking about the hours and hours of practice till his fingers bleed. He keeps super glue around, I believe, right? Super glue. Can you imagine loving something so much that you're willing to super glue all the little cuts in your fingers that you're doing getting it? I mean, it's just amazing to see that happen. We are so blessed to be in a movement like this, where we learn these tools that allow Spirit to move through us and talk to us. In our meditations, like Karen did this morning, where we sit in the silence and we listen for that voice, gently knocking, maybe sometimes nudging, saying, do this, try this, go to this place. And when we surrender our ideas of what it should be and follow those urges, I think our life begins to really, really blossom. One of the early spiritual guides was a man named Lao Tzu. And Lao Tzu wrote this: surrender to life, allow it to lead you. Don't try to lead life. Don't try to manipulate and control life. Let life possess you. You simply surrender. You give total power to life and be with it. Don't try to manipulate. Don't try to control life. I find that when I do that, I am so stuck in the moment, I can't get past it. But when I get into that flow, when I trust what's happening, when I trust those intuition, those little nudges, those little voices that I hear, and allow that to lead through me, then magnificent things open up. I was just invited to do my first art exhibit this summer, so I'm excited about that. Yeah. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, one of his great books, if you ever have a chance and you want something that's a quick read, 365 Science of Mind. It's a daily reading. He usually starts with a Bible quote in there, but he and I think Raymond Charles Barker, I believe, wrote it together. And it's really great. So I love this book. I was looking for quotes on surrender, and there are 36 quotes in this book of 365 passages. 36 of them talk about surrender. And he says this one, a belief in the invisible is the very essence of faith. Prayer, or spiritual communion, demands a complete surrender to the invisible. It knows that because the creative power of the universe is at hand, all things are possible. Our spiritual practices are a lot about surrender, especially prayer. And it's kind of seems to be the antithesis of it because our prayer is very structured. We have 5 stages and we, do certain things in each one of the stages. But what it does is it builds in us a feeling of letting go of trying to control things. By stating things in a positive way and affirmations of truth, we get to the undercurrent of it, the underbelly of it, and we can figure out what's actually happening here and begin to clear that stuff away that allows us to stop surrendering. Clear those things that make us want to control things. Get rid of those fears and those hidden beliefs. That's what our prayer does. It helps us mentally clear out that stuff and allow us to have that spiritual awakening through the power and the practice of prayer. If you haven't experienced it for yourself, I really encourage you to go right after service over to our prayer room and ask our practitioners to do a spiritual mind treatment for you for whatever. It could be something that's challenging for you right now, or it could be something that's happening really good and you want it to continue. Anybody have any of those things they want? Really, ask for prayer. It's a very powerful practice to do that. Our practice of meditation is all about quieting that ego voice and getting to that place of stillness where we can hear that gentle nudge, where we can hear that voice of spirit. One of our most powerful practices that really has a lot to do with surrender and has a huge benefit on top of it is our practice of service, our sacred service. I find that when I'm stuck on a situation, when I have things that I can't work through, I find a way to be in service, and my problems go away. They may come back again, and I have to revisit them, but at least for those moments that I am engaged in giving of myself to someone else, life is all good. There's not a thing, not a trouble in my mind that's going on. So it's just a way that we can begin to find ways to release some of that control. I think in our society, it's naturally built on controlling things and making things work. And a lot of that is built on the fears that come through and things that we have that we need to clear out, those beliefs that have been generational for us, that we will never get ahead or that we can't have or that something is always holding us back. Sometimes those are beliefs that we have internalized unconsciously, and we don't even know they're working in us until we start to really examine it. So one more quote here from Ernest in the 365 Science of Mind. It's a little longer here, but we should awake to the living presence of the eternal life within each one of us and enter into a realization of a new peace and joy. As we come to surrender all littleness, all fear and doubt, that great river of life flowing from the mind of spirit will renew our vigor, remake our strength, ennoble our being, heal our bodies, and bring peace to our hearts. As our thoughts are cleared of all that is unlike that which created us, they become receptacles for the outpouring of all that is good and wonderful and true. How many would like to experience more of that good and wonderful and true? And as we begin to release our need to control those things that scare us, those things that we feel like are holding us back, those things that anger us, as we begin to release the control of those, we make space inside of ourselves for the outpouring of spirit. And then magnificent art flows from our lives, in whatever way it shows up for you. It is a wonderful practice to release, to surrender, to let go. Michael Beckwith says in his book, and a couple other books, I think, that all spiritual growth, 100% of spiritual growth is about letting go. You are already all that is necessary. You are already the perfection and the magnificence and the good and the wonderful and true. You're already that. All we have to do is let go of our littleness, our fears, our perceived limitations, and allow a place for Spirit to show up. And that is the power of surrender. Let's take this into prayer. I invite our spiritual practitioners to stand and surround us. They hold us in consciousness throughout the week. If you ever have anything going on, please submit a prayer request. The practitioners, ministers here, hold you in consciousness throughout the week, knowing the truth for you. All right, I just invite you to take in a nice breath. And I close my eyes when I pray. If that works for you, I invite you to join me. And simply recognizing that one power, that one presence, that one creative intelligence that has brought forth everything into existence. That is the isness and the allness and the fullness of all life. That is love beyond love. That is creative and artistic and filled with expression in so many ways. That one power and presence is in me. It's moving through me, showing up as me, in all that I am and all that I could ever be. And as I know this is true for me, I know this is true for everyone. For each one of us is that perfect and unique emanation of that creative love intelligence, brought forth for Spirit to experience the world uniquely and perfectly as you. And because I know that there is only one, I know that this one is forever expressing itself as all life. I know that everything I see before me is a perfect example of the living Spirit. I feel it in the wind as it caresses my face. I see it in the sun rising over the mountain. I relish it in the kisses from my puppies and the relationships with everyone I have. I know that this one creative love intelligence is the perfection of the universe, and it is showing up through every single one of us. And I know that it has an easier way of doing that when we release, when we allow, when we surrender to that love intelligence. As we get our little self out of the way, as Emerson said, our bloated nothingness, we allow space for Spirit to show up. And oh, how magnificently it does. I am so grateful to know this. I'm so grateful to feel it. And I am so grateful to see it happening in this community right here and right now in the most amazing and perfect ways. And so I release this word into the law, into that creative mind that knows no limitation, that always says yes, that is always unfolding for the highest and greatest good of all life. I let it go and I let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
I release and I let go.
I let
The Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, practitioners. Okay, so now is that time in our service where you have an opportunity to donate in support of our center. We are a religious 501c3, and so we receive most of our funding through your generous donations. So we have lots of different ways that you can do that. Several online ways. We have Zelle, we have Text to Give, and we have our online donation at CSLGLV.org. And of course, we gratefully receive your cash and check donations here today in person. And so if you would you hold your offering over your heart? If you're not giving consciously or giving in person today, go ahead and just put your hands over your heart, because I know that you are giving in consciousness. And just repeat after me. This gift I give goes forth from me. Does amazing and miraculous things. And returns to me in kind. Pressed down and overflowing. And we're singing All I Give
All I
today.
give.
All
Yes.
right.
All right, join me now. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All right, embrace the words in this chant, realizing the truth in these words. 2 more times now. Here we go. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. Last time. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly.
And so join me as we bless this offering, knowing that everything that has been received here today, everything that has been donated electronically today or before now, or that is yet to come, blesses this community in untold ways. We are uplifted and magnified by the generosity and the consciousness present here today. We give thanks, and so it is. So it is. All righty, I have a couple of announcements here. Well, I got more than a couple. We'll try to keep it brief. First off, right after service today, well, at 11:30, probably 11:30, maybe sooner than that, we're going to have our town hall here. This is an opportunity for you to hear wonderful things that we have done, things that are on the horizon for us to do. It's to get an overview of all of our financial dealings for the last year and what is happening this year. To get our budget, we're presenting that to you, and what we've done for the first quarter of 2024. And so it's a great opportunity. The Leadership Council has worked tirelessly, trust me, hundreds of hours, putting this information together for you. And so we invite you to stay. Members, friends, anyone that wants to hear what's happening and what is on the horizon for Center for Spiritual Living. We plan to get you out of here in less than an hour, so that's our goal. If you would, after service, we're going to stack the chairs and so forth. Oh, no, we can't stack the chairs. We can't stack the chairs. We're doing it at town hall. What am I thinking? After service, if you would sign in so that we have an account of who's attending the town hall, and Kaylee has some handouts for you in the back on our first quarter expenses and our budget for 2024. So appreciate that. We have a new small group that started this week. If you have ever read the Science of Mind magazine, which, by the way, is one of the most continuously published magazines in the United States. It started in 1926 with our founder, Ernest Holmes, and it has been published continuously since then. What happened? I hit it too fast. We have a new group called Walking the Path, where they take a look at one of the daily readings from the Science of Mind magazine and have a discussion around that based on our philosophy and principles and so forth. Sometimes there's a guided meditation in there. Sometimes there's some other activities for you to do. But it's a drop-in discussion group. It's held here in the sanctuary on Tuesdays at 11 o'clock, facilitated by Sheila Callum and Madge Castle, two of our practitioners. It's a wonderful opportunity to get more information about the science of mind and how you can use it and apply it in your life. So I encourage you to come and attend that as you can. We are very grateful to have Dr. Reed offering a discussion group on his book, Junebug. And so he's calling this Courageous Conversations. And it's a 3-part workshop, and it's held on Saturdays from 10 to 11:30. It's Saturday, May 11th, 18th, and 25th. And it's exploring the information in the book and the ideas around racism, segregation, and life in the United States in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and so forth. So if you are interested, you can sign up online, or Kaylee can help you in the back. The workshop only is $45 if you need to get the book as well, which you'll need to read the book for it. It's $60 to register for that. And Dr. Reed asked me to share this with you. It says, Junebug will help you broaden your spirituality, always a good thing, will help you share your story with family and friends, and will help you shake hands with your future. I think it's a phenomenal experience that we are, and we're very grateful to have Dr. Reed offering it to us. So please, more information is on our website or in your e-blast. The next thing we have happening is our Gourmets for God fundraiser. So this is one of our largest fundraisers that we do here at Center for Spiritual Living. And the committee asked for some examples of how to be a host and how to be a bidder there. So I thought I would share some of my examples. So the first year that we did Gourmets for God, I was a practicing vegan, which didn't last that long. But I was really enthused about it. And so I found this movie called Forks Over Knives. It was phenomenal. And I was following the book. I bought the recipe books. I did everything. And so a couple of friends and I decided that we were going, for Gourmets for God, we were going to show the movie, Forks Over Knives, and we were going to make food from the recipe book for that night. So everything was vegan. We had about 25 people. And so we set everything up. We planned the menu. We arranged to have it at our center. And we paid for everything. And then people in our congregation bid on the privilege of attending it. And so different bids would happen. We had this as a large event, so we had a maximum of 50 people could attend it. And so, because we had the sanctuary to show a big movie, we had the social hall to feed people, and so we held it there. I believe for our part of that, we had people bidding up to like $50, because we get you take the top 50 bidders on there, and I think everybody that bid got to go for that, but it ranged from about $25 to $50 or $60 for each person. So that was a nice bit of profit for our center for that one. This year, I have 2 of them planned that I'm going to be doing myself. I love English teas. I think going to an English tea is one of the most fun things you could possibly do. And I just found this tea shop that has a Alice in Wonderland theme. And so I'm hosting a tea at the Queen of Hearts tea shop as one of my Gourmet for God's events. Probably we'll have including myself, there'll probably be 8 people there. I will pay for everybody's tea, and people have bid on the opportunity to attend the tea. And trust me, I'm a very crafty person, so there's going to be all kinds of fun stuff to go along with that. So that's one of them. The other one, you know what a charcuterie board is? You know, it's all that meat and cheese and fruits and vegetables and all this. I love charcuterie boards. I had the leadership council over, and I had this bar in my house that went from about there to about here. The entire thing was lined with food for 5 people. Yeah, I don't have a good way of turning things off. But anyway, I am doing a charcuterie board, and it's going to be all the way along the windows out there. So that's how long it's going to be. So it's going to be a massive charcuterie board. And we're going to play board games. So the name of my Gourmets for God will be Boards, Boards, and More Boards. So that'll be something, and we'll have an opportunity for a lot of people to attend that as well. So I'll pay for everything. I'll set it all up. I may ask some volunteers to help me with that, because putting that much food out is a lot of work. And then people will bid on it, and our center will receive the money from the bids that go along with it. And so that's kind of how our Gourmets for God works. You can choose themes about anything. We printed out some of our previous booklets with descriptions of different Gourmets for God events. Some of the things that have been really popular was we used to have a Oscar night Gourmet for God, so everybody dressed up in the fancy gowns and walked a red carpet and had wonderful appetizers and watched the Oscars. We had another one that was, what's that horse race? Kentucky Derby. Thank you, the Kentucky Derby. Everybody had on a fabulous hat. It was great. That was at somebody's house. So, just whatever you want to do, whatever floats your boat, you're welcome to do it. Like I did the first one with some other people. And so we shared the expense, we shared the work. Believe me, there was a lot of both of those to go around, so sharing it was a good thing. Or you can do it individually, however you want to do it. You can do it here at the center, as long as we get it on schedule. We've got a lot of open nights on Fridays and Saturdays. There's not a problem with that. We have tables, chairs, and all that for you. You would have to bring in your own cutlery and things like that. We don't have that, but paper plates and plastic plates work really well. And or you can host it somewhere at your own home, or like I'm doing at a restaurant. So it's up to you. It's a wonderful opportunity to build fellowship, have a fun time, eat some good food, and raise some money for our center. So I hope you consider participating in that. Okay, that was a long one, I know. World Labyrinth Day is this Saturday. We are walking at one as one across the entire globe. We've signed up with the World Labyrinth Society to register our Labyrinth Walk. And so right here in our sanctuary at 1 o'clock on Saturday, we are having our Walk as One at 1 o'clock event. This is free to everyone. Bring a friend with you. We'll take you into a tiny bit of a contemplation and then allow you to walk. It is really phenomenal to watch a group of people walking on the labyrinth. It begins to breathe. The group of people morphs in and out as they're walking the labyrinth path. It is a phenomenal experience, and the energy is palpable. Prior to that, as I said, I'm crafty, so I am offering my Soul Crafters workshop where we are making finger labyrinths, and you have an opportunity to make 4 different kinds of finger labyrinths, drawn ones, painted ones, collaged ones, and ones with glue and rocks and things like that. So lots of opportunities for doing different labyrinths here. The cost is $10 just to cover my materials. But you need to pre-register for that, so I make sure I have enough materials for that. You can see Kaylee in the back if you need help with that. Our teen fundraiser is still going on for Mother's Day. We are having our Mother's Day flower event. This is the price list here. Okay, they took that one off. Yeah, the one that had the wonderful little baskets, they sold out of those. But a large vase, medium vase, bud vase, single wrapped up bouquet, or a single rose. All of the proceeds, 100%, go to support our teens going to camp this summer. And if you were here last week and listened to Kyle Marshall do his talk about teen camp, you'll understand the importance of that. If not, see it online. This Wednesday, we are having our first Wednesday of the month is a labyrinth walk, so we actually have two labyrinth walks this week. We're going to be focusing on the power of now, being in the present moment as we walk the labyrinth. So that's at 7 o'clock on Wednesday evening. All right, that's it. Wow. Yeah. So we have prayer available after service, as I said earlier, so please partake of that. Stay for our membership, our town hall for all of our friends and members in here, and we have a fellowship out there in the lobby. I saw some wonderful things as I was coming in. So would you stand? And let's do a little benediction, and then we'll sing Use Me. I do have a benediction written out. Here we go. Okay. This one comes from 365 Science of Mind. Would you repeat after me? I know that I am one.
I know that I am one
With the living Spirit Almighty.
with the living Spirit Almighty.
It is in me,
It is in me,
moving through me,
moving through me,
and showing up as me
and showing up as
in all that I am
in all that I am
and all that I do.
and all that I do.
I surrender and allow
I surrender and allow
Spirit to take the lead.
Spirit to take the lead.
And my life is a testament to its love.
And my life is a testament to its love.
For I am a center for spiritual living.
For I am the center for spiritual.
And so it is.
So it is.
All right.
Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. All right, last time now. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. 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 Have a beautiful week, everybody. Thanks for being here.